Once upon a time, in a small and bustling town in India, there lived a young man named Ryan. He was known for his unwavering dedication to his work, constantly striving to earn more money and indulge in the pleasures of life. His sole focus was on achieving material success and satisfying his every desire, leaving no room for deeper thoughts about morality or spirituality. Despite his relentless pursuit of wealth and pleasure, he remained indifferent to the ethical implications of his choices. Within the town, he had gained a reputation as a charming playboy, frequently seen in the company of multiple girlfriends, yet never pausing to consider the consequences of his actions or the impact they had on others. One day, as Ryan was wandering through the town, he happened to stumble upon a gathering of people attentively listening to a wise and revered man named Gautam Buddha. Though Ryan had heard of Buddha before, he had never taken the time to truly pay attention to his teachings or reflect on their meaning. However, on this particular day, something deep within him felt compelled to stop and listen. As Buddha spoke, he emphasized the importance of leading a life guided by morality and spirituality. He explained that our actions have far-reaching consequences, not only in this present life, but also in the lives that follow. His words struck a chord with Ryan, awakening an unfamiliar yet powerful curiosity within him. For the first time, Ryan found himself captivated by the profound wisdom being shared. He listened intently, absorbing each lesson with growing interest. When Buddha finished his speech, his eyes scanned the crowd and soon fell upon Ryan, who stood there in quiet contemplation. With a gentle smile, Buddha approached him and kindly asked for his name. Ryan introduced himself, and without hesitation, he openly shared his story. He admitted to his reckless lifestyle, his addiction to fleeting pleasures, and his complete disregard for responsibility or consequence. Buddha listened with patience and understanding. After a brief silence, he finally spoke and said, "Ryan, every time you engage in meaningless encounters, you are carelessly wasting a precious resource. Your actions not only bring harm to yourself, but also disregard the sanctity of life and the immense potential that exists within you." Ryan was stunned by these words. Until that moment, he had never considered his actions in such a profound way. The realization unsettled him, and with a newfound humility, he turned to Buddha and asked, "What should I do then? Should I completely abstain from intimacy for the rest of my life?" Buddha's expression remained warm and compassionate as he responded, "No, Ryan. Intimacy, when approached with love, respect, and responsibility, is a natural and beautiful part of life. However, it should never be reduced to a mere indulgence of fleeting desires. Instead of seeking empty and meaningless relationships, focus on building a genuine and meaningful connection with someone who shares your values and principles." Deeply moved by Buddha's wisdom, Ryan made the decision to turn his life around. He abandoned his old habits and stopped pursuing meaningless relationships. Instead, he set his heart on finding a true and lasting connection with a partner who valued love, respect, and spiritual growth just as he did. As months passed, Ryan remained committed to his newfound path. He felt a great sense of pride in his self-discipline, yet there was also a lingering feeling of loneliness. Despite his efforts, he had not yet found the meaningful relationship he longed for, and doubt began to creep into his heart. He wondered whether true love would ever find its way to him. Then one fateful day, while walking through the bustling streets of town, he noticed a woman struggling to carry a heavy load. Without hesitation, Ryan rushed over to assist her. As they walked side by side, they engaged in conversation, gradually getting to know each other. To his astonishment, the woman shared many of his values and beliefs, and their connection felt natural and effortless. Their bond grew stronger with each passing day, and before long they decided to embark on a life journey together. As their relationship deepened, Ryan's understanding of intimacy transformed. What he had once viewed as nothing more than a physical indulgence now revealed itself to be something far more sacred, an expression of love, trust, and the potential for new life. He felt immense gratitude for Buddha's teachings, which had guided him to this revelation. Years passed, and Ryan and his beloved partner were blessed with a beautiful son. They raised him with unwavering love, patience, and responsibility, instilling in him the same values that had reshaped Ryan's life. As he continued to attend Buddha's teachings, Ryan grew even more devoted to the path of morality and spirituality, deepening his understanding of the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path. He diligently applied these principles to every aspect of his daily life. Through this journey, Ryan realized that choosing to live with integrity and wisdom was not always easy, but it was the only way to attain true happiness and inner peace. Over time, he became a respected figure in his community. People sought his guidance, admiring the transformation he had undergone. He took it upon himself to mentor young men who faced the same struggles he once did, sharing Buddha's wisdom with them, in the hope that they too would embrace a life of purpose and meaning. One evening, during deep meditation, Ryan had an extraordinary vision of Buddha. In this vision, Buddha appeared before him and spoke with warmth and encouragement, saying, "Ryan, you have walked the path of morality and spirituality with great dedication, and in doing so you have inspired many others. But remember, your journey does not end here. There is always more to learn, more to experience, and more to share." Hearing these words filled Ryan's heart with immeasurable joy and gratitude. He understood that Buddha's teachings would continue to illuminate his path, and that he would remain steadfast in his mission to spread wisdom, love, and compassion to those around him. As the years passed, Ryan gracefully aged, knowing that his time on earth was drawing to a close. Yet, he was unafraid. He had lived a life of purpose, surrounded by a loving family, devoted friends, and a community that respected and admired him. He found solace in the legacy of wisdom and kindness he had built. On his deathbed, Ryan gathered his loved ones around him. With a peaceful smile, he shared the story of his transformation, recounting how Buddha's teachings had led him to a life of true fulfillment. With his final words, he urged them to carry on his legacy, to live with morality, to seek wisdom, and to pass down the knowledge of spiritual growth to future generations. As he took his last breath, Ryan felt a deep sense of contentment, knowing that his journey had been meaningful and complete. His spirit remained alive in the hearts of those he had touched, and his legacy of wisdom and compassion would continue to inspire countless others for generations to come. Lessons from Ryan's story. The story of Ryan and Gautama Buddha teaches us several important lessons. The importance of morality and spirituality. Ryan's initial struggles with a life filled with meaningless pleasures and a lack of true purpose led him down a path of dissatisfaction and emptiness. However, his life took a profound turn when he embraced the teachings of Buddha. By diligently following the Eightfold Path and cultivating both compassion and wisdom, Ryan gradually discovered a sense of true happiness and deep inner peace. Through spiritual growth and moral discipline, he was able to transcend his previous struggles and live a more fulfilling and meaningful life. Taking responsibility for our actions. Buddha's guidance to Ryan about not wasting his energy was not solely about the principles of sexual morality. Rather, it encompassed a broader lesson about valuing and respecting all the resources available to us. This included our time, our physical and mental energy, and the unique talents we each possess. Instead of squandering these valuable gifts on fleeting and purposeless pursuits, Ryan learned to channel his efforts into creating a life filled with true meaning and purpose. His transformation demonstrated the importance of being mindful of how we invest our energy in order to lead a more fulfilling existence. It's never too late to change. Regardless of how reckless or misguided one's past may have been, the possibility for transformation and growth is always within reach. Ryan's life serves as a testament to the power of discipline, wisdom, and self-reflection. Despite his previous mistakes, he committed himself to change, gradually reshaping his habits and mindset. His journey illustrates that no matter where we begin or how many missteps we have taken, we always have the ability to choose a better path, allowing us to redefine our future for the better. Passing on wisdom to future generations. Ryan's personal growth was not just an isolated transformation. He also dedicated himself to mentoring and inspiring others. By openly sharing his experiences, knowledge, and values, he influenced those around him, offering guidance to individuals facing similar struggles. His story reminds us that our impact does not end with our personal development. Through acts of teaching, mentoring, and sharing wisdom, we can create a lasting ripple effect. The insights we pass down can continue to shape and inspire future generations, leaving behind a legacy that extends beyond our own lifetime. In the end, Ryan's life serves as a powerful testament to the incredible potential for transformation that lies within each of us. His journey is a profound reminder that we should always strive to seek wisdom, live with responsibility, and make choices that contribute to a meaningful and fulfilling life. By embracing a path of self-improvement, discipline, and moral integrity, we not only enhance our own well-being, but also create a positive impact on the lives of those around us. His story encourages us to reflect on the deeper purpose of our existence and to cultivate love, kindness, and compassion in all that we do. True happiness and lasting fulfillment do not arise from momentary or fleeting pleasures, but rather from a life dedicated to purpose, selflessness, and the sincere effort to uplift others. Through our actions and values, we have the ability to leave behind a legacy that continues to inspire and guide future generations toward a life of greater meaning and inner peace.